Good evening, folks. And in our show tonight, we speak to Graham Nell from Watersagreders Association. We've got Gwen from me and Moo, if I've got that correctly. We chat a bit about street watches and we have our weekly or bi-weekly first aid tip. Stay tuned. Folks, good evening and welcome again, I think, to episode 4. If I've got it, I know my poster said episode 3. That was a bit of a slip on our side. And before we go any further, as always, my partner in crime fighting, Graham, welcome and good evening.
Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hope you've had a fantastic 2 weeks. Great to be back. Good to see you again, Aristo, and looking forward to tonight's show.
Yeah, we've got a nice full show tonight. As I said, we're going to have a chat firstly, Graham and I are going to have a quick chat about some street watches. Graham, we're going to give the guys a bit of info there. We've got Graham Nell, so we mustn't get confused with all our Grahams tonight, from Residents Association. Sorry, I'm falling over my tongue there. He's going to give us a bit of just sort of what they do, who they are, and how we can contact them. And then, Graham, you're going to speak to an interesting lady as well.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one. Last night I heard on the television a baby crying, and I was reminded about something I haven't experienced in a few years. And that's going to tie in with what Gwen has in store for us. So looking forward to it. I think it's going to help a lot of people out there with options. And it's just, once again, it's our local residents putting something together, taking a step forward and making products available that sometimes aren't easily available anywhere else.
Yeah, sounds interesting. We're looking forward to hear from Glenn. Sorry, I'm falling over my tongue tonight. From Gwen tonight a bit later. So before we I must get the right mover here. There's too many things on my desk. Before we go any further, let's get all the nitty-gritty things out the way. I must just get to all the right channels and stuff here. Sorry, folks, we'll get there. So a few things I think we need to bring up and just mention to the folks out there. The normal stuff, folks. If you would like to get or be part of our show, be a guest on the show, ask questions, anything like that, you can. There we go. There, we've popped the number up. We've got a WhatsApp number dedicated to the show. This number is only available on show nights, and we normally from about 7 o'clock we monitor it. So if you got any questions or anything, pop us a WhatsApp. We're all watching it here on the side. You'll see me turn my head every now and then. Or if you want more information, you can email us at liveshow@etsara.co.za. We're looking for anybody. If you've got a small business, if you know of someone that works from home that would like to tell us a bit about their thing, let them in touch with us. Let them join and have a little chat. It's not that scary. We thought it was going to be. A lot of our people sit there and I see they're shaking in their boots here backstage, but it's not that scary. Hey, Graham, I think we're getting to it now. It's not so bad anymore.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
So, folks, the other thing we need to quickly bring to your attention, some exciting things happening. I know COVID has been hammering the people, CPF, neighborhood watches with getting some funds in and having events and stuff. So they've come up with some ingenious ideas. Graham, I think this one is very interesting. Let me pop it up here for you quickly. And let's have a look there. I think we'll have to, let me just duck out the way the right thing. So this is something new from CPF. A braai-through. Have you ever heard of that? A braai-through.
Well, I think all that matters is that we don't have to cook that night. That's, I think, the biggest bonus. And to be honest, if I look at those prices, I think it's cheaper than cooking at home anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think I'd definitely go out for a couple hamburgers there.
So, yeah, folks, there you've got it. CPF is braai-through, which is you can see there, you can place your orders via WhatsApp with Louise. I will read the numbers quickly if they're a bit slow. So you can WhatsApp Louise at 071 613 5088, or you can WhatsApp Dave at 083 412 7543 for your orders. Then you can go pay your money in at Total Control Electrical, who also, by the way, is one of our main sponsor of the show. Yes, they would like you to do pre-orders so they can have everything ready, as we say. Collection will be at Botasig Saps on the 30th of April, Graham. That's a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have a calendar in front of me. So from 5 to 6, they will have it there. You will drive up to the police station. Someone in a mask is going to run to your car. They're not going to rob or attack you, but they're going to give you a nice hamburger or a booty roll there. And yes, enjoy. You don't have to make supper. So, folks, please support the CPF in that. I think it's an awesome initiative. And then let me see. Yes.
With the way COVID's been for the last year, I think there's a lot of community-based projects that can do with support. This is just one of those projects that has suffered during COVID as well. And it's a great opportunity to support our area and our locals. So please do go and support. Save the missus the time and effort on cooking. Give yourself a break from a braai and go order yourself a hamburger. I think it was a booty roll. Pick it
hamburgers
up
and booties,
spend that extra time with the family.
So then the other thing, folks, I don't know if you can see on the intro, we've got a little name swing past there with a big question mark in. The reason for that is we're still scratching our heads as to what to name our show. We've got a little competition running for naming our show. We've got a few, and we're going to share these with you, and we will, as we get more. There's a few of the suggestions we've got in Salon, Comwatch, The Collective, Alert, CIA. That's not the American fancy people. And then Precinct Matters. So, folks, if you've got any ideas, want to give our show a name, please, you can either WhatsApp us, or if you want to put it in the comments, we'll pick it up there. Just make sure at least your name is there so we can know who we're talking to. And, of course, the winning show name will be getting a prize. We're building up a little hamper. For now, we've got, for those of you that don't or watched last time's show, we had the ladies from LNE Firelighters on there. They donated 5 buckets of firelighters to the show to use as prizes. We're not giving all 5 away for the name. We'll keep some aside. But we'll have 2 buckets of firelighters. They also very kindly gave Graham and myself each a bucket to test out. So we'll be testing those out. We've got a Canal Walk gift voucher for now. And I'm sure as the time goes, we'll be adding a few more goodies to that hamper. So please, folks, if you want, pop us a name anytime on Facebook. If you want to comment, give a name, just say there, show name, suggestion, leave a comment. We'll go check it on the Extra YouTube channel. Hoy them there. We'll pick them up and let's get a name. We'd like to sort of at least, what do you say, Graham? By episode 6, we must have a name. So that gives you...
By episode 6, I think we want to give the gifts away.
Yes, we want to give the gifts away.
I don't want to be staring at these gifts for too long now.
Otherwise, we might end up using them, and that's not going to be fair on the people.
Yeah.
So, so we've got that one. And then again, thanks to the ladies from LNE Firelighters. I'm just quickly going to pop their details on there. Let me just get the right one. There we go. If you want to find out more, they've also got a Facebook page. But please, you can WhatsApp them. You can email them. If you're interested in the firelighters, you can get them at Plastics for Warehouse, I think, or Plastics for Africa in Montague Gardens. But go check their website. They've got them there, and you can get that definitely from there. Then,
Aristo,
yes.
Have a look at the comments from Dave. Please add that one to the screen.
Folks, please, you have to see this. Now,
there's a 1,000 rand voucher from Total Control Electrical that we can add to that prize. Dave, thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Thank you. Yes, as I say, Dave is one of our big sponsors, and now this as well. Very much appreciated. So, folks, please get your thinking caps on. 1,000 rand voucher, a Canal Walk voucher, some firelighters. I'm sure we'll add a few more goodies. That is going to be an awesome prize. And all you have to do is name our show. It's can't be easier than that. So, whoops, let me just get... So we almost, that's sort of the main stuff gone. But
Yeah.
Graham, before we get to the sort of your segment on the feedback on some neighborhood watch related issues, I'm going to jump the gun a bit, and I just want to push this in here, folks. All of you, I'm pretty sure, are aware and have seen all the fires we had and all that, and all the donations that was needed for our firefighters. So I do want to just say thank you, and I'm going to bring a picture up here to the guys from Edgemead Neighborhood Watch. They sort of got together, sent out a message for all of us, and the people rallied together. And I'm sure they almost had 2 bucket loads of stuff that got taken through to the various fire stations for our firemen. So to Edgemead Neighborhood Watch, guys, thanks for spearheading that for us, and to everybody else that donated towards it. Very grateful. I think it's those guys did an awesome job there in the fire.
Yeah. No,
so yes, on that, Graham, what else have you got for us on neighborhood watch related items?
Well, fortunately, it's been a bit of a quiet week, which I suppose is a good thing. We had an ops on, what was it, Friday night or Saturday night?
Saturday night,
Saturday
I think.
night, yes. We had an ops on Saturday night. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for the entire operation. I had previous engagements that I had to attend to. But we were there for the first 2 hours of the ops, and it went smoothly. Once again, got to say thank you to law enforcement, to SAPs, to the armed response groups, as well as the various neighborhood watches, Edgemead, Zone 4, Boerdezig, as well as the newly formed Burgundy Estates. And then obviously Richwood Neighborhood Watch, we worked a lot in their area, and we will be working in their area again soon. Which is fantastic. All the neighborhood watches working together, hand in hand. It's great to see it. And looking forward to working in Zone 4's area as well as Edgemead's area, and having everybody contribute to our area. At the end of the day, what happens in our neighboring suburbs affect all of us at some point. So for the watches to be working together, I think that's fantastic. It shows great strength in the community, and community buy-in, which is critical to the cause, if I can put it that way. But yes, that was the ops on Saturday night. I know law enforcement was there as well, so I don't want to forget about them. But yeah, Aristo, I think from the neighborhood watch side and the ops, that was Saturday. On the 13th of May. On the 13th of May, we have our AGM. That's the Boerdezig Neighborhood Watch AGM at 7 o'clock at the Tafelberg School Pool Hall, Stephenhoven Street. Naturally, all of the COVID regulations are still in place. Maximum of 50 people in the venue, wearing masks, signing in, temperatures, the usual, what we come to expect over the last year under COVID rules. So looking forward to that. Really, we invite everybody to come through. We are limited to 50, but please come through, come have a look. Maybe you are person number 49 and you still get in, or person number 50. So come in. We generally have 1 or 2 speakers. Come see what it's all about. It will be great to have you there. Then our weekly briefings are going to start again. We do that generally on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And this coming Tuesday, which is the 27th of April, it's a public holiday. So, in fact, yeah, Tuesday is a public holiday.
Yes.
So it will be great to have people out there. We're going to be standing on the corner of Vryburger and de Grendel. Once again, COVID rules apply. Please wear a mask, etc., etc. But we give a little bit of a briefing, a breakdown of what's happening in the area, just areas of concern. And at that point, we can also, we have general members of the public who do come through, ask a couple questions, give us a bit of information, see where we can help. It's one of those events that happens weekly that just puts the neighborhood watch and the general community one step closer in the form of communication and understanding what's going on. So please, if you can spare half an hour to 45 minutes, come through, come join us, come meet the guys who do the graveyard shift, who do whatever hours they can do, and shake their hands and meet the guys who do some of the work. It will be great to meet you and have you there. If you would like us to hold that event in your street, then come to the event, let us know, and we will book a Tuesday, and we will hold that meeting in your road where your local residents can come together and can come and discuss things. Yeah, Aristo, I think that's basically everything from the Neighborhood Watch side, really, unless I've missed something.
No, I think you've pretty much covered everything. We are looking at and we'll update all that closer to the time. Depending on how things go, we might end up just doing a live stream of the AGM. We know it is limited, and there are people that prefer not to come out. So, but folks, keep an eye on our Facebook page, the Bottasach Neighborhood Watch Facebook page. We will share information there as we get closer to the time. Keep an eye on our WhatsApp groups. We'll also put the information out there. So, yes, we're going to try and then get the AGM to as many people as possible, seeing we're limited to the amount of people we're allowed to have on the premises.
Yeah.
But yes, more on that to follow. So, yes, keep your eye on the stuff. I think, Graham, I'm keeping my eye on the time here because we've got guests waiting and we don't want to go on too late. I think what we're just quickly going to do, I think tonight, let's just briefly touch on street watches. We're not, I think the next week what we'll do is we'll dedicate the show to street watches and a few tips and how to identify suspicious people and stuff like that. We make it like a little training show, and we'll have one or two guests. So just briefly, folks, our street watches, I think most of you belong to a street watch. It is literally just for your street. It is set up. It is monitored by Neighborhood Watch
It's
people.
It's
a WhatsApp group, yes. So, sorry, I'm just quickly.
That's fine. We have admins on the WhatsApp group that keep an eye. We've got some Neighborhood Watch patrollers who have time on their hands, and they keep an eye on the WhatsApp groups as well. So if there is anything that you see that is suspicious in a legitimate suspicious way, i.e. somebody's walking up to windows, peering through windows, checking into cars at any time of the day or night, you can put that on your street watch group, and our admins will then filter through that and get the information to the right people. Naturally, the WhatsApp group is not a SAPS replacement. If you feel that something is serious, then please contact SAPS directly as well. But the street watches is a great way for us to get information from the public on the day-to-day things happening in their streets, that we can monitor and offer assistance where we can.
Yeah. So I think, folks, in a nutshell, that's sort of, as I say, we don't spend too much time. We've got some guests waiting, but I think on our next show, we'll spend a lot more time on street watches and give you a bit more information on suspicious characters. If you're not part of a street watch yet, ask your neighbor if he's part of it. He'll be able to send the WhatsApp your number, the admins your number, and they'll add you to it. So yeah, it's also a nice way to meet your neighbors. And then let's see if we can get you guys on there.
There's one comment about asking how to be added to a street watch group.
Go, yeah.
Regina, I think the easiest at the moment is if you send your contact details. Aristo, if you can put our WhatsApp number back on the screen for us. And then Regina, if you can just send a WhatsApp to that number, we will then get details as well as just your house number and your street, so that we know which street watch to add you to, and we will have you added. So please send that number, send a message through to that number for us, Regina.
Sure. All right, folks, as I say, you can save this number, but please save it as the live show number. And it is only active during show nights from about 7 o'clock till end of show. So we do obviously pick up the WhatsApps when we turn it on. But during the show time on Wednesday nights, pop us a WhatsApp and we will gladly help you. So if you want to join a street watch, you don't know how to, pop us a message there and we will get it to the admins and they will get you added to the necessary. Okay, perfect. So let's get that out the way. So Graham, I think, yes, let's do that. Next show, we'll pay a bit more attention. And I think then on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to this Graham for now. And I'm going to bring on other Graham from the Bottasach Residents Association. That's a big word to say this time of the night. So I'll just call it like everybody, BRA. Graham, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Aristo. Thanks very much. I must commend you on the show. It's a very innovative and a very, very interesting way of communicating with people. Great show.
Thank you very much. So, Graham, I think a lot of people either don't know that we have the BRA in the area or are not sure what the BRA actually does. So, yes, I think the floor is yours. Enlighten us. Tell the people what it's all about and how they can get to you.
Great, thanks, Aristo. Yes, I think the first and most critically important thing about BRA is that we are not a ratepayers association as such. We are a residents association. So we represent all residents within the Boersig area. And we are available at any time to follow up, to take up problems with not only our councillor. Our councillor is not the answer to all questions and the answer to all problems, but certainly to link problems through to the Cape Town City Council. And we have members on our executive committee who are very well connected with the Cape Town City Council, particularly on things like property matters, legal matters regarding bylaws, etc. So what we try and do is we try and take problems, take queries, take questions from residents, and we take it through. Our first port of call is normally our councillor, but we do take it through our councillor, and then sometimes it's necessary to go, because as I say, she's not the answer to everything. We take it into the Cape Town, the halls of Cape Town City Council, and try and get things handled by the right people. That's the most important. A lot of the lines are fudged, and people don't know how to or who to raise problems with. I must admit we've lost a bit of momentum with COVID, like most people, but we are trying to, or most organizations, but we are trying now to pick it up. And I think right now I must just say that on the 11th of May, we're having a public meeting at the community hall where we're going to involve not only our councillor, but other officials from Cape Town City Council, people like law enforcement, safety and security, because there's a need for people to participate directly with these officials. So 11th of May, we have this meeting planned, and we're hoping to get a very good participation, a very good attendance. Unfortunately, and I don't want to harp on negative issues, but we've always had a problem in Boersig to get people just to come along to meetings, just to participate when there's public participation events. I'll give you an example. Last week we had one which was presented by the council, and we had 6 people. We need to get people involved. And these things are advertised in the press if it's a council organized thing, on our Facebook page. So I ask people, please participate, strengthen numbers, and I'm sure you'll agree with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we have to stand together to get things not only crime related, but everything else done. Folks, just before I go to the next sort of question, we will obviously share all this information on the Boersig Neighborhood Watch page as well. Boersig Neighborhood Watch we work hand in hand with BRA. As you say, we all work together. Yeah. Graham, I think what we will also do from our side, we'll see if we can maybe get a live stream going for your meeting as well. I know there's a lot of people that don't really want to come out into crowds, but yeah, sure. We will chat about that. Any ongoing projects or information? I know there was mention of, I don't know if I can bring it up here, the old super plants building. People are always asking what is going on there. Graham, can you enlighten us? Is there any movement on there? Are we going anywhere with that?
Yes, absolutely. The purchase of the property by Food Lovers Market, and they're in a joint project with a property developer who originally bought the property. And a Food Lovers Market will definitely be established on that site. It's going to be, they're calling it one of their flagship operations. So it'll be complete with coffee bars and some pretty good delicatessen type offerings. The big issue was naturally, and I think most people would ask the question, was traffic in and out of that site. Our councillor got very involved with that because obviously from residents who live alongside the site in Link Road, there was this problem. Are we going to have these massive tri-links and things like that, and the sort of problems that we have behind Spa at the moment? That's been agreed to by food lovers, that they would only use this, I think it's a 9-meter truck, to transport all their fresh produce in and out, and they'll be using the design of the site it's an absolute I think it's a masterpiece in terms of the people they got involved to do the design. So yes, to cut it sort of short, they will be coming. The plan, I understand, was that within the next few months they'll start turning over soil. So there's going to be demolition happening, and that site's going to be totally flattened, and a complete new setup erected on that site. I think one of the very positive things is that there will be 190 parking bays. Mm-hmm. Just work that out with what we have to put up with at the moment. 190 parking bays. I know it sounds very difficult to believe that, but I have the drawings and I have the site plans.
Very nice. Yeah, we've had the privilege, I think it was posted on the Facebook groups in any case, to see the plans, and it looks like they're planning something quite nice there. And obviously there's going to be a bit of inconvenience when they do the building, but I think at the end of the day it's going to pay off. They're going to put something beautiful up there for everybody to enjoy.
That's what they're planning, yes. I've had discussions with the CEO of Food Lovers a while ago, and he's adamant that whatever they do there, it's going to be a flagship operation. I think one of the other important things is that there is an upgrade coming to the intersection at Bosmansdam and Vryburger. That was planned, I think, in 2022, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. But I believe that there will be changes made as soon as they're able to do it, to prevent traffic congestion and all sorts of problems at that almost second intersection, if you like. So there's a lot of planning that's gone into it. It's a very professional project that's been put together.
Yeah, well, we look forward to the end product. Now, I know this is probably just a sort of at the top of the head question here, and I don't know if you guys know anything about it, but at Bottasig Mall, there's been a little board up there for quite a while saying new development, and I see they're chopping up the parking areas there. You guys know anything about that? You know what they're planning there?
Well, the best of our knowledge, and I think it's pretty much a case of a complete revamp on that whole centre, which has been needed for a while. And the ShopRite will be discontinued, and a full-blown Checkers will be put in there. The shops will be upgraded, the whole parking area, the whole entrance in and out, and the security around that site is apparently all being attended to, because that is a huge problem.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, so folks, please, while they're building there, just try and keep an eye on what they've changed. There are a lot of changes there. Don't get yourself in an accident. Be careful there. Graham, one more thing quickly. If people want to get hold of the BRA, how do they get hold of you? How can they contact you guys? I know I've got an email address. Anywhere else they can contact you?
I've been using my private telephone number because it's a phone that I've got with me all the time, and the business that I'm in, I do have a bit of a gap here and there. So I could, if you could post my telephone number, 083.
Give me 1 sec. Let's go 083
530 1973.
1973.
And then I must say that a lot of our communication has been backwards and forwards on Facebook. We've found Facebook to be pretty effective. There's normally somebody who attends or is attentive on the Facebook page every day. I must admit, every now and again we do miss out, but we do try and get back to people if they do post anything on Facebook, questions, queries, assistance. But it is better if we get it directly on an email or a telephone call is welcome as well.
Thank you. Yeah, again, we'll put up your details, and we'll definitely share it out a bit more for everybody. Folks, again, at any time, if you want to get hold of BRA as well, and you've maybe missed their number or something, you can pop us a WhatsApp. You can email us at all our details, and we will make sure the the information gets to them. Graham, thank you very much. I think that's sort of given the people a bit of information what's going on in our area. A closing word from your side there before we say good night.
Yes, I think another thing that is very close to our hearts at BRA, and I think everybody in Boersig really, again, COVID did jump in and kick a lot of things partially to touch or temporarily to touch, but the upgrading of Boersig in general is very close to our hearts. And, when it comes to upgrading Boersig, we're talking about everything from roads, verges, properties, people's private walls, everything. We would like to get involved in. One of our members has called it a beautification of Boersig project. We will post more information about it. There are certain ideas that we have. A good starting point, I think, a lot of people have got a lot of complaints and a lot of anxiousness about the state of our roads at the moment, with potholes and where the roads have been dug up for water projects and things. Those contracts have been awarded to a private contractor that's been signed, sealed, and delivered, and those things will now start off in the next few days. A lot of the repair work that's been happening has been by City Council, but there is a private contractor now that will be handling most of this, so we can expect a lot of improvement there. It's a good start.
That's good to hear, folks. So yes, we will definitely in future shows we will get BRA back with us again to give us a bit of information. Graham, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. All good luck, and we'll be in touch. Good night.
Great. Thanks, Aristo. Thanks, Graham. Cheers.
So there we go, folks, from BRA. Let me just bring other Graham back on the screen. Graham, I think some interesting information there from the guys at BRA and some things happening in our area.
Definitely. I actually learned something new this evening. I did not know that BRA was a residents association. I had always assumed that it was a ratepayers association. It's actually, I love the idea of it being a residents association. It doesn't alienate anybody. It really encompasses the entire community. So I think that was something that stood up for me personally. And then to know what is happening by super plants, to know that we're getting something that is a flagship product for fruit and veg, that's fantastic. That makes me excited. I'm looking forward to being able to do some shopping there.
Yep, definitely. I see there we go. There's a question. How do we get involved in BRA? Pop them an email. I will put up the email address up again just now. Pop Graham an email. He is the chairman of BRA, and he'll be able to answer all your questions. Alternatively, go onto their Facebook page. As he says, they do monitor it quite closely, and pop them a message there, and they'll get in touch. So, yeah, folks, so let's move on to our next segment, which I'm going to step out of the picture now, and I'm going to leave Graham to it. But have you ever wondered, if someone visits you or you're having a nice braai with your L&E firelighters, what happens if someone burns themselves? Stay tuned and find out. Sorry if I can get to the right intro.
Good evening, Alan, and welcome back. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself, Graham?
No, I can't complain. Can't complain. Alan, I was thinking about it the last couple of days. What is some of the things that happen in houses where medics could get called for? And I was reminded about something that happened to me when I was younger. It was winter. My mother made jungle oats, and I love jungle oats. It was my favorite. And in my haste to grab my bowl of jungle oats, I grabbed it and I poured it literally over myself, and I burnt my leg or my inside thigh from the boiling jungle oats. And that got me thinking, what would I do if that happened to one of my kids? How would I go about it? What should I do?
Well, the first thing is to get your child under water. Put cold water on it, running water. First of all, it'll wash off the jungle oats that's on his clothing. It'll wet his clothing, it'll wet the wound. Run that for about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you can then take a chance to remove the clothing and see where the burn is. Sometimes, depending on the clothing, it might stick to the wound, then you're not going to be able to remove the clothing. Apply a dry dressing around the outside and take him to the doctor. If it's a whole leg, it's a big area, so he's more than likely have to go to the doctor after that. But the cold water is the first thing to take the burn out.
Alan, when I was younger, obviously there's lots of old wives' tales that's floating around. One of them was, if you burn yourself, put margarine or butter on it. Is there value in that, or what other products should we be doing?
No, definitely no butter. And another thing they used to use was bori, or like a curry powder. The wound.
Yes.
The problem with that is it sticks to the wound. Butter's got salts in it, which also aggravate the wound.
Okay,
and if you had to go to hospital with those wounds, it's a bit of a sore process for the doctors to scrub out that wound to clean all that out before they can actually treat it. So no butter.
Okay, so that's why you recommend the water, because that'll have no side effect and no complication should you actually need to go to hospital for that. I think we've possibly... there we go. Alan, you're back.
Still have to go to hospital. Still a portion treatment. Sorry?
No, your image had frozen for a second or two, but carry on.
Okay. Even though you're using a burn shield, depends how big the wound is. Bigger wounds will have to always go to a doctor or hospital because of the amount of area covered with the burn. So the burn shield is there just to protect the wound, and then you apply a very light bandage, not a tight bandage, over it, just to hold that burn shield in place, and then go to your doctor or your hospital. You must remember, burns is a big thing, and we don't realize how many different types of burns there are. And the bigger the amount of area of your body that is burnt, the greater the problem that you have. There are certain problems that happen, and we're not going to go into it now because it's a subject that we can spend the whole night on as well.
Okay.
But if you go and look at your Children's Hospital, the Red Cross, there are a lot of kiddies lying there with their burn wounds, do things like pulling over a boiling kettle of water onto themselves. And remember, children's skin is a lot more sensitive than us adults. So their burns are a lot worse than what we have. And also, they can't always tell us exactly how they feel, depending on their age.
Yes. Okay. So then, obviously, if we've got a medical kit and we've got access to, for example, one of the products like Germaline, which is for burns, but I'm assuming that's just for minor burns, or a what is it, burn shield?
Burn shield is a commercial product. It's a petroleum jelly-based product. The idea of burn shield is not to heal the wound. It's actually to seal the wound and protect it from you, so that you don't lose more heat from the body and lose moisture from the body, which is one of the problems that happens with burns. You get dehydrated or hypothermia setting because you lose body heat through the open wound area, because the skin actually contains your body. It's an organ. So if the skin is broken, you're going to start losing body heat, which you don't want to do. So you need to cool the wound and then seal it just to protect it so that it doesn't lose all its heat in that. Otherwise, the patient goes into hypothermia, and then you sit with a whole lot of other problems that you need to deal with.
Okay. So would you, if you had burn shield at home, would you still dress the initial burn with water first, then move to burn shield, or is burn shield a product that you would use afterwards?
I would still use the water. I would still use the water for about 10 minutes just to cool the wound and take the actual burn out, and then do the dressing of it, providing that the wound is opened. If you've got clothing over that wound, still that you haven't removed, you're not going to be able to use your burn shield then. What you can do if you don't have burn shield is take a sterile dressing, a dry sterile dressing, gently over the wound, light bandage. In other words, when I say light bandage, don't put a bandage tight or elastic bandage that pulls tight, because there might be swelling and other problems happening, or the wound is open and you don't want to press on that wound too much. So light dressing over it, then go and see the doctor.
Yeah. Then, Alan, we know obviously in an excessive scenario, immediately take a child or an adult through to the doctor. But where do you draw the line? If I've burnt my hand, how do I know if the burn is big enough to justify going to a doctor or just dressing it and dealing with it at home? Is there a way of knowing the difference?
Well, your burns are divided into 3 categories normally: first degree, second degree, and third degree burns. Your first degree is when the skin is just red, like sunburn, or burning your hand on a plate or something, where you've pulled your hand away quickly and you've got a red area, but it hasn't formed blisters. The chances of needing to go to the doctor for that is very slim. You can put a little burn shield on it, and you might not have to go to the doctor. But as soon as you start getting things, your second degree, which is blisters showing up and blisters popping, your chances of looking after yourself or getting infection is a lot greater. So you would have to go to the doctor and get the right medication and treatment for it. And then obviously third degree, which is deep burns, is you have no option but to go to a doctor.
Okay. No, that's perfect. And then obviously there's different burns. We've spoken about boiling water. Obviously, in my scenario as a child, it was a boiling breakfast. Do you handle burns from a fire? Say, for example, the children are playing in and around the braai and they burn themselves. Do you handle that or treat it the same way, or is there a different process?
There's a slight different process. If the clothing is caught alight as well, in the case of a child being burnt with fire, you need to extinguish the fire first. And once the fire has been extinguished, you would carry on the same way as the other burns, the cold water and the dressings, and the same procedure. But as I said, this burns itself is a big category, because there's a lot of other burns that we don't normally get at home that are handled outside. So if you're not sure and you can't do what's that, get the medics to come in and check it out, because each situation might be different, especially if it's a child and an adult. That the situations will differ from burn case to burn case.
Alan, thank you very much for your time. If you could leave us with one pearl of wisdom departing us this evening, what would that be?
Don't get burnt. But that's not so easy thing. Accidents do happen, unfortunately. So be careful out there with the fires and the boiling waters.
No, that is perfect. Alan, thank you so much. Looking forward to having you on the show again. Have a wonderful evening. All right. Cheers.
There we go, folks. I hope that's helped. Some wonderful information there on some burns and how to treat them. So before, I see Gwen is waiting patiently there, getting everything ready. Gwen, before we get to you, Graham, I'm sorry, I'm going to remove him quickly here just to make space on the screen. I'm going to cover me out. Folks, like we said, this program will not be possible without the help of our sponsors. And our biggest sponsor is Total Control Electrical. Guys, please, you've seen they've donated quite a nice chunk there to our prize. They in Shop 4 Village Center, Vryburger Avenue. Please go visit Dave and the team there. That is an awesome shop to go in. Friendly guys, nice to go chat to. Just go say hello, go see what they've got. LED lights for security, good prices, lekker bright lights. So please make turn a Total Control. Pop in there. Then, of course, it's our productions, which is the people that put this all together. We do a various lot of things, like we do live streaming. We did the live streaming at the switching on of the lights last year. Due to COVID, we couldn't have people doing us. So, folks, if you're interested in any live streaming event, if you've got a party, if you've got anything sound, lighting-wise, pictures, videos, give us a call, info@extra.co.za. We can do anything. If you want to have a party with 2 people or with 500 people, not allowed 500 people, we can assist you. And the nice thing is, we build our pricing around your needs. So there's no like you have to take this package or you have to take that package. We see what you need. If you're out in the field and you've got no power, not a problem. We can provide you silent power for at least up to 4 hours, and you can have a lekker party where no one's going to longer if need to. But yeah, so folks, contact us, info@extra.co.za, and we'll give you a bit of, most of you that probably saw last show, the intro we did for Geardo RC on their little, we also do all their videos and stuff. So yeah, give us a shot and we'll assist. You can also obviously see on our Facebook page, and please go like our YouTube channel where we're also putting the show out. The more likes we get, the more stuff we can bring you and the more exciting the show is going to become. So please pop over to the Extra Productions YouTube channel, go subscribe, go like, and let's see. And then our final, you've heard us talk about them, Geardo RC. Again, thanks you guys for sponsoring and making the show possible. Let's get all that out. Let me bring Graham back in here. So Graham, time has come. Gwen is sitting there patiently. I see she's panicking a bit. Gwen, don't panic. It's not that bad. But me and Moo, to me it sounded like the old Mina, Moo and Key where we played with milk and stuff. I suppose babies, same sort of track. But yeah, folks, Graham is going to have to chat to Gwen and let's hear what she's got to say.
Hey.
Good evening, Gwen, and how are you?
Hi, I'm good and you, Graham.
No, can't complain. Can't complain. Gwen, it's great to have you on the show.
Wow.
But I need to know where this name Me and Moo comes from.
So, yeah, I have a little baby girl named Hannah, and we call her our little Moo. So we just thought it would be, instead of me and you, me and Moo. So
That's quite clever.
Behind the name. Yes.
And then Gwen, tell us a little bit about physically what it is. I can see with your banner behind you, it says it's an online baby store. Can you tell me what type of products that you do? And then let's go into how this came about. How old is Me and Moo? And I almost wanted to say how it was birthed, but how you started and where you grew into this concept.
Yeah, it literally started with birth, as you say. I unfortunately got retrenched when I was 4 months pregnant in 2019. So when I was ready to get back to job hunting, COVID hit, and we all know what happened then.
Yes.
I had to stay home with my kids, and yeah, everyone was getting retrenched left, right, and center, and I needed to do something. So literally, it was the birth of my baby that inspired this. And with this whole COVID thing, it's just been really stressful on everybody. And I came up with the idea of making trolley covers for mommies taking their baby shopping. Me being a natural germaphobe from like always, this was major. So yeah, I designed a trolley cover, and that was my main inspiration, basically, just keeping your kids safe out in this day and age.
Okay, so is this something that you place into the trolley before you put your child in the trolley?
Basically, when your child is not capable of standing by themselves yet, you can literally put it on them in the car already, and when you get to your trolley, you can pop them in, pull over the cover, and off you go. There is some photographs on my website and on Facebook, and you can get an idea of how it works. So yeah, pop in there, Me and Moo, .co.za, and yeah, have a look. I also have collaborated with a few other people, which has been absolutely amazing. They've just really come on board in a massive way, and I've not only got the trolley covers now, I've got a whole range of toys that are offered by Grow Baby. I've got stunning range of clothing by Ella and Joe. And then, of course, I've got just decor and just pretty things for your nursery, because that was the most. I think that was the biggest inspiration behind all of this, is that when you expect your child, you've got this picture of what you want their room to look like,
Yes.
and with getting the shocking news that now you've been retrenched and we can't afford you, like you can't afford to give your baby, the nursery that you've dreamed of. So my whole aim is to give people the best possible quality at the most affordable price, and and it's out there, it's possible, and we are all proudly South African. We don't import any of our products. It's all locally manufactured, locally sourced, and we're trying to just build up our own economy at this point in time. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
That is perfect. I remember thinking back to what options that we had. I mean, my kids are a little bit older at the moment, so it's been a number of years since I've had to worry about nappies and things like that. But when I throw my mind back, I think of the decor that we had. We didn't really have that many options. If I look at what parents have nowadays, those options have become rather pricey. So to know that there's a product out there that is affordable, when I say it's homegrown, it's not just South African, it's Cape Town. It's something that is around the corner from us, and I think that is great. And I know Aristo put up the web address, guys. Please go have a look at the website. Go see what there is. This is not just homegrown; it's local. It's me and Moo. It's a family connection. It's personal, and it's for your children. So go have a look. Get hold of Gwen. You can see her mobile number there I think it's for WhatsApp only. And then the email address. Go browse around, go see. If you know of anybody, share this information with them as well.
I would like to add, on the 1st of May, I will have a stand at the Edgemead Village shopping centre. So pop by and say hi and come have a look at the products that I have. And yeah.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget, that's the 1st of May at the Edgemead Shopping Centre.
Yes.
That is perfect. Gwen, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. I know you're not in Cape Town at the moment. I hope you travel back safely. And looking forward to seeing you on the 1st of May at the Edgemead Centre.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you for supporting local business. I think it's so important, and it's really so appreciated. So thank you so much, and your team.
No, that is perfect. Gwen, if you could leave us with one tip. Now, I'm sure this is more to the parents with smaller children, but if you could leave us with one tip, what would that be in saying goodbye?
You know what? I think what we need to do is just to keep those that are closest to our heart safe, and also just give them, the best that they can get. And this is what I'm all about. And just to, I think also just try and have a happy environment in these trying times. I think it just boosts a little bit of hope, and I would say
that is perfect. Gwen, have a wonderful time. See you when you're back in Cape Town. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. And once again, everybody, please go have a look at the website. Get hold of Gwen, look at the products, and see what's available there. Thank you so much.
Sorry about that. That was quite interesting. And yeah, I think that's what we're all about, supporting local businesses and getting
Yes.
people out there. I think what we will do, folks, is we will have a bit more of a chat to Gwen offline and just get all the details of where she's going to be and what the event is about. And maybe we will speak to them and see if we can pop down there, maybe have a bit of an interview or a chat with some of the stall holders there, and we can bring that out on our next show. So, but we will be in contact with Gwen offline and discuss. Graham will be in contact with her and discuss that with her. So, folks, just quickly before we move on, just to recap, BRA, quickly jot down their email address. If you need to get in touch with them, you can email them at gailnell@epsamail.co.za. Graham, as I said, is the chairman there. You can also obviously contact him on 083-530-1973. Folks, please also, I think, just if you phone and he can't answer, leave a message, pop a WhatsApp, and I'm sure Graham will get back to you as soon as possible and answer your questions. Then me and Moo, it sounds very interesting. I don't have babies, but I'm sure to go check out the webpage and see what it's all about. And we will definitely make another visit there to them. So there's the website. Let's get up Gwen's contact details there again. So quickly jot that down. I'm not sure. The website did have the number for calls and WhatsApps. Gwen is backstage. Gwen, if you can still hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Can people also call you on this number? Yes, there we go. Thumbs up from Gwen. Gwen, there you can call or WhatsApp 082-551-2256, or obviously email them at info@meandmoo. Please write out the end, otherwise it's going to end up somewhere and not by her.
Yeah.
So yeah, folks, that is sort of our show tonight. Thank you very much. I see most of our guests are still backstage watching there. Thank you very much. Graham now from BRA, Gwen from Me and Moo, Alan from the Precinct Medics joining us for tonight. And then let me just see. There we go there. Gwen, I'm sure you can still see that sitting there. Some of your fans there. As you said, we will see if we can get out to them when they've got their little event. Folks, on that, if you have any events or if you know of people that's got car boot sales or garage sales or anything like that, pop us the information. Let's put it out on the show, advertise the people a bit, spread the word out there and get it around. And then I got a reminder there. I must just get to there. Folks, please remember the drive-through, the hamburgers 25, booties 25, meat sauce from Joey's Meat. So contact the people. If you're not sure, just go on the CPF Facebook page. I'm sure it is saved on the Botasag Facebook page as well. If not, we will definitely go share it. So please place your orders and let's support the CPF in getting some much needed funds to, I see they want to touch up and sort out the ops room. Most of you have known what that is. Yeah, please, yes, support them on that one. Then Graham, yeah, I think we're getting sort of to the end of tonight's show again.
Yes.
I hope we always get here to about 45 minutes, but we keep on hitting an hour. I suppose it's a lot of information we're trying to get out there in a short time. But so yes.
A reminder to the guys for the name. Dave Morley's putting 1,000 rand in there as a I think it was a voucher, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Yes,
guys, just for a name, add it into the comments. Get it through on the WhatsApp, just with your name and your details. We'll get it into the mix. There we go. Voucher from Total Control Electrical. Once again, Dave, thank you very much. That was a great surprise to see that come in. And that's 1,000 rand. There's a Canal Walk gift voucher, some fire lighters as well. So please get those options, get some names through, and let's see whether we can name this within the next 2 weeks.
Definitely. And then, folks, I think we're sort of planning our next show on the 5th of May. We just want to see how that's going to tie in with the BRA for Botas Neighborhood Watch. Obviously, we don't want to have them too close together. We might just combine the two, but we will update you on that. If the show goes ahead, either next week or the week after that, we're going to speak to, we've got someone from the youngest neighborhood watch in the area, Burgundy. They're going to join us and just give us a quick who they are and how they've started. It's going to be nice to hear from them. We're working on a few more leads to try and get a few more people on. And then, as I said, I think, Graham, next time we'll do a nice chat on street watchers, and we'll give a bit of tips on how to identify, unknown people and what to look for and stuff like that. So we'll sort of have most of the show dedicated to that, and we'll have one of our medics back to give us another tip on whatever I think we will think of next. If you've got anything you would like to know, again, folks, pop us a message. We'd like to hear from you. Comments on the show, anywhere, comment. Let's get some information out there. And I think, Graham, there we go. We've hit the hour mark again. A nice full show, some nice information from our guests. That's about it for tonight.
No, Aristo, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for having me on the show with you. As always, had a great time, very informative, and it was great chatting with everybody. So thank you so much. And I shall see you, my friend.
Thank you, Graham. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. There we go, folks. Thank you very much. Once again, thanks to all our guests. I see they're still backstage. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you at the next one. Stay safe. Good night.